Hello there. Saharan dust could be an issue across Europe over the next day or so. And if we take a look at the satellite picture, you can see where the air is originating across the Sahara. There's a weather front here bringing some rain. It's been quite heavy across Portugal and Spain. It'll move its way through the Pyrenees. So we might see some dust being picked up in that system as it pushes its way steadily east. But also that southerly airflow is producing some very mild weather generally across Europe. Now it's quiet through eastern Mediterranean at the moment, fine and settled, temperatures into the mid-teens, warmer still across parts of Italy. There's that wet weather through the south of France, through the Pyrenees, but an improving picture across Portugal and Spain in comparison to the weekend. Now we'll see some wet weather moving out of the UK into Scandinavia, but look at the warmth here, and that's the dividing line because it's very cold across Eastern Europe at the moment, in particular Moscow, and we'll see that in the city forecast. Improving story generally in terms of drier weather for Tuesday, although some wet and windy weather set to return into the northwest of the UK. So here's the city forecast then. Fine, settled, mild for this time of year, quite widely across Europe, temperatures into the mid to high teens, but it does stay cold into Moscow, as you can see those temperatures really struggling, perhaps a little less cold by the weekend. Hello there. Tropical storm Dujuan is making painfully slow progress as it inches towards the Philippines. It slowed down substantially, so now not expected to make landfall until Monday local time. It does look likely to be very slow moving. That's going to bring a lot of heavy rain, but the wind strength really not too concerning. Further north of that, it's all about the heat at the moment. We could potentially see some record-breaking late February heat in Shanghai. Temperatures way above the average. They should get around 11 degrees at this time of year. That will ease from Tuesday onwards. Not looking too bad across much of Vietnam. It's stretched down into Malaysia and Indonesia. Yes, we've got our usual showers, but the city forecast for the next 5 days actually show a good deal of fine, dry weather, but the temperatures substantially easing in Beijing as the cooler air takes over. Some sharper showers across the far north of Australia at the moment. Heatwave conditions building into Western Australia and across that Queensland coast. Above average temperatures here. Brisbane should see the mid-20s at this time of year. Quiet into New Zealand for the time being. There's this low pressure which is threatening from Tuesday onwards, but ahead of it, it looks largely fine, dry, sunny and quite warm with it as well. So city forecast show a good deal of fine weather, but we could see some sharp showers triggered off Sydney over the next few days. Hello there. Let's take a look at what to expect across South America at the moment. Nothing particularly out of the ordinary. There is a weather front across southern Chile, and you can see that on the satellite picture. You can also see the shower cloud over the Amazon basin, with some heavier showers across southern Brazil, stretching into western areas as well. There's also a good deal of dry weather through Paraguay, Uruguay, northern Argentina and northern Chile at the moment. Showers not as heavy or as frequent as they can be across Venezuela. Heavier ones into Colombia and northern parts of Peru. We'll see some heavier showers as well down into Brazil, and as I say, Rio de Janeiro could see some thundery downpours too. Slightly above average temperatures into northern Argentina and Chile for this time of year. Further south it's wet and it's windy at times. So this is the story then for the next 5 days. The showers ease in Rio for a few days but then return later on in the week. We keep that warmth into Buenos Aires. As for Mexico and Central America, a few scattered showers and on the breezy side, but nothing particularly untoward in terms of the weather. And the Caribbean looks fairly consistent. It's fine, settled and sunny. Showers remaining fairly isolated as you expect really at this time of year. So the city forecasts are really showing this quite nicely. As you can see, a few scattered showers into Havana from Thursday onwards. Hello there. The weather story across North America last week was all about the debilitating cold and how widespread it was through the country. Now there are signs of a change. If we take a look at the satellite picture at the moment, you can see a weather front starting to push into the Pacific Northwest. On the leading edge of that, there'll be some snow and also some rain and pretty windy with it. But there's a good deal of quiet weather. Yes, some snow towards the northern plains and eventually towards the Great Lakes. But a southerly wind will bring a change to the feel of the weather. It's pushing that cold air further north. So if we take a look at what to expect in terms of the feel of things, well, there'll be a marked contrast. We've still got that cold air across Western Canada, milder, that's the yellow colours here, along close to the coastline of San Francisco and actually reaching into the warmer Rossets as we move down into Southern California. So that translates in terms of the temperatures, well, into the mid-70s. That's the mid-20s in terms of Celsius, and the rain slowly easing away from Seattle. But it's across the east where we're really seeing the marked contrast. Still that cold air through the Great Lakes and up into eastern Canada, but we're starting to see the milder air, the yellows, the oranges, pushing back into Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, and Texas, where those temperatures were really struggling to climb above freezing. So Dallas, Texas, will see temperatures peaking at 21 degrees on Tuesday. Hello there. Let's take a look at what to expect across South Asia. Relatively quiet weather conditions, as you'd expect really at this time of year. Fog has been an issue up to the north and weather warnings have been issued over the last couple of days. I suspect there's more to come as well. So that's going to be affecting the north. We've also seen a few sharp showers, as you can see quite clearly, across parts of Tamil Nadu and southern parts of Andhra Pradesh, also affecting Sri Lanka as well. They should ease really from Tuesday onwards. Elsewhere, it's dry, fine, with a lot of sunshine and temperatures into the mid-30s. We'll come back to that in just a moment. Let's move further north. It's all about the cold that's sitting across parts of Kazakhstan at the moment. It's set to get colder still over the next few days. There will be some snow showers as well through Turkmenistan, Tajikistan and close towards the Afghanistan-Pakistan border. Then we see that fine sunny weather across northwest India. A few scattered showers on Monday, as I've already mentioned, and some down into Sri Lanka. These are likely to continue over the next day or so. Pushing up into northeastern states across the Himalayas, fine and quiet. Now this is the weather story for the next 5 days. You can see those showers in Sri Lanka easing really from Thursday onwards. So let's take a look at what to expect a little bit further afield. In Nur Sultan, you can see that cold air I was telling you about, bitterly cold from Thursday onwards. Hello there. Windy conditions across the Sahara over the next 24 hours. That could bring some lifted dust as it moves its way over into Europe. You can see quite clearly from that plume of cloud here. We've also seen Storm Guambe, which continues to ease away. We're not concerned about that now, but still some heavier showers, so particularly across parts of northern Madagascar, Mozambique, Zambia, as you can see quite clearly. Now, it does look likely that those showers are set to continue. Further north, we'll keep that fine weather, dry, a little on the breezy side still, but the winds will start to ease down. So our city forecast looks somewhat like this. We keep some showers into Johannesburg, but a fairly consistent mid-20s with sunshine expected into Cape Town over the next few days. Recent showers into Casablanca easing and a little more sunshine coming through by the middle part of the week. Now let's move away from Africa to the Middle East, where it's a largely quiet story here at the moment. A little bit of fair weather cloud could trigger off an isolated shower into Saudi, but generally speaking, it's a fine, settled picture with light winds over the next few days. Temperatures a little disappointing across the north, affecting Iraq and Kuwait, but we're not expecting that to continue. So our city forecast shows a good deal of sunshine over the next few days, and as you can see quite clearly, just the risk of some showers continuing for Riyadh.